Welcome back, you filthy animals. So, that last video was much harder to put together than I thought it would be, but I learned a lot. So, let's go through what I learned as a bit of an intro here. Number one is, oh my god, I simply must script these videos out ahead of time because that took so much work to edit. I spent probably 6 or 7 hours editing that video, and I mean like 6 or 7 hours literally just editing the pauses in my speech. So I'm gonna try not to pause. I'm gonna try to talk more animatedly, so I need fewer cuts. The total editing took probably like 15 hours, and that is simply not sustainable. I mean, if I'm trying to do this every week, even every 2 weeks, that's simply too much time. I do not have the time for that, as you probably could tell in the previous video. Also, I should probably have a better idea of the format of the video before I start filming. That's gonna be much easier in this video for reasons that will become obvious. And now let's make it obvious. Let's get to the meat here. All right, part 1 of the video. What do I have to accomplish this week? This was part 3, I think, last time, but it's part 1 this time. Anyway, now that we are totally underway, I can focus a little bit on what I have to actually do this week, and I'm really going to have to. First of all, a correction. I was actually wrong last time when I said that I had 97 days from that time. I actually had more like 94 days and more like 13 weeks. So in this order, whoops, and uh-oh. As of filming this video, I have 88 days, or just over 12 weeks remaining, but just over 1 week before my deadline of uploading that song to streaming services, so gonna have to work pretty hard. You can guess what I'm gonna be spending the bulk of my time on this week. Since my intended rollover day from week to week is Tuesday, I will be basically doing everything in this video as far as the recording goes, at least I hope, short of actually uploading it to the streaming services. So all of the recording and the mixing, I'm probably going to have to do in this video. As a bonus task, I also want to find some way of preventing AI from training on my music. I've seen too many videos recently where musicians had their music copyright claimed by people who had illegally downloaded their music, trained AI on it, and then uploaded an AI version of the musician's song in order to copyright claim that song and steal the revenue for it. That's very scary. So if possible, I would like to avoid that happening to me. I am not, however, willing to let that desire keep me from following my original timeline. So hopefully I can find something. If you know of anything, please send it to me, at least for the next release, even if I didn't find it for this one. So complicating the matter of how much I have to do this week is that my time is really at a premium this week. And let's go through what I have to do that makes that the case. And I have about 10 minutes before I need to leave for work right now, so maybe I get through them all. We'll see. I'm recording this Wednesday morning, actually, so I actually wrote this yesterday, so let me do a little translation in my head. Last night, I worked until 9 p.m. I would have had a rehearsal with Deer King, shout out Deer King again, because we have a live shoot next week, and I wanted to get ready for it. The problem is, I got a flat tire because the tires in my car were super freaking old, and I mean seriously old, and frankly, I'm really lucky that it didn't blow up while I was driving, but it went totally flat while I was at work. Why did that? Oh, somebody subscribed to me while I was recording this. I got a notification. That's cool. Anyway, my tire went totally flat while I was at work, which, frankly, I'm lucky that it didn't explode while I was driving on the highway so much, because I do that a lot. But regardless, that still made me miss that rehearsal, which in some ways was kind of okay, because I'm just so tired. Anyway, now that's an additional thing that I also need to do, is replace the tires on my car. So, love that. Car-centric infrastructure. America, baby. Anyway, Monday through Thursday of every week, I work until 9 p.m. So that leaves me the mornings and the late evenings, except yesterday I had the tire explode and I would have had rehearsal otherwise. This morning I was going on an apartment tour. Yes, hoes, I am moving. I want to build out my own independent voice studio. I didn't mention that as a goal that I have for this year, but it is very much a goal for this year. So if you like my singing, by the way, you can take lessons from me. Please DM me or email me. Anyway, fingers crossed that this works out. I actually kind of like the place, but it's tough out here, kings. Also, tonight I am seeing my girlfriend because I have become far too scarce for her in the last few weeks since I found out that this was happening. And that's not fair to her, it's not fair to me, and I want to have a work-life balance, baby, so Anyway, seeing my girlfriend. On Thursday morning, I'm hanging out with a friend I haven't seen in literally 2 years. Good friend from college. Shout out Christine. Amazing opera singer, by the way. Friday, I have another gig with Jexa. Shout out again to Jexa. This one is at the Wilmington Flower Market, and it's actually a daytime gig, and it should be a shorter one. So I should have some time that evening to do some recording and maybe even do a live stream. Honestly, I really should do that. By the time you see this video, I will have done it or not. So hopefully I did it, and I'm playing B-roll or something right now. If I didn't do it, please tell me that you would like to see that, if you would like to see that. Saturday, I have another gig with Jexa. This one also down in Maryland at the Jetty. Another shout out, Jexa, why not? Sunday is Mother's Day, and also I have to teach some voice lessons, so I should have most of that day maybe to get stuff done, but definitely not the whole day. And then Monday, I have work again. So, damn, in doing this, I really need to set aside some time for myself, but no rest for the wicked. I will figure that out at another time. Definitely not this week. And certainly not last week either. As a second order of business, I have to record short form videos for both this week and next week in order to get back on track with that. I am willing to compromise on this one if I need to, if it means leaving me with enough time to get the song ready, but really it is important that I do both of these things. Obviously, I also need to make episode 2 of this series, which hypothetically, if you're watching this right now, I have done, which again, thank you. Now, if you could please like, comment, and subscribe. I also, by the way, need to fix my end screen because it still displays Twitter, which again, canceled. I should really start practicing my set also, but to be quite honest, that will probably be on the back burner at least for one more week, which will mean that the following couple weeks will be pretty busy with that. But anyway, now, with all that ado out of the way, with so much ado now out With all that ado out of the way, let's move on to part 2 of the video, me actually doing these things. Take it away, future Patrick, hopefully. My Friday gig with Jexa was at the Wilmington Flower Market. Here she is trying to do a really cool pose and failing completely. Oh, wait, okay, there she goes. She got it. The event was really cool, and they gave us VIP badges that let us into this like backstage tent area for all of us artists that had a bunch of food and soda. Before we could eat, though, we had to set up as much as possible before getting on stage because we would only have about 10 minutes after the last band finished playing before we had to start. We would typically have around 2 hours, including a sound check, so that's like crazy fast. Thankfully, I put considerable energy into making my live setup fast and compact, so I actually had enough time to spare to show Edu how I really feel about him. Just kidding, it's all love. We were able to chill and enjoy the previous band for a few minutes before they finished up. Also, there was a human organ up for grabs. Fun. The actual performance was pretty fun, though it was weird being on an outdoor stage because we're so used to playing indoors. It's so much quieter than we were used to, so it did feel kind of isolating. We must have done something right, though, because after the show, a kid came up to Randy and asked him to autograph his drumsticks. So that's a first. All right, I've been putting this off for hours and hours. I simply had to start recording. I don't even know what I'm going to try to get done tonight. It might just be, oh my God, I got to get in shape. Anyway, today we are going to be working on probably guitar, I think. We'll see how it goes. I want to have like several guitar layers, so it's going to take some recording. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, let's jump into it. Oh my God, I forgot about the green screen. Chair. All right, well, I totally messed it up last time. Let's try again. So I need to basically redo all the guitar. It was good enough for a demo, but it is not good enough for an actual release. So we need to get that tone a little closer because it'll affect how I play. So let's pop the tuner out. I just realized you guys couldn't see it. Is what it is. Probably nobody's ever going to see this. Okay, that's not true. It might be a little like time lapse or some shit. I spent a long time trying a bunch of different presets and tweaking them until I got a tone I really liked. And then I tuned my guitar down a whole step to D standard. And then I started trying some new takes of the new guitar. And that did not end up going super well. It's already out by then. Fuck. I'm just gonna tune back up. I'm gonna tune back up and I'll just pitch down the recording. TSPMO right now, man. TSPMO for real. Oh my God. Embarrassing. So after spending the effort to tune down to D standard, I was really annoyed that I had to then tune back up to E standard, especially after I had already done a bunch of takes. And now I had to start at square one. Okay, let's try it again. And then we'll just pitch down everything we record, which will also be annoying, but anyway. Turns out that's what I should have been doing the whole time. Holds a tune way better in E, oh my God. I decided at this point that it would actually be easier to record over drums rather than just a click track. And oh my God, it was. I did 3 more takes and then went into comping, which is when you take the best part of every take and then get rid of all the messy stuff. While I was doing that, I used a trick where I pan one take all the way to the left and another take all the way to the right, then slightly change the amp settings to get an absolutely massive sound. Okay, so now we need to explore if we want a different guitar tone in the verse. I tried a few different options, but ultimately decided that I liked the original guitar tone for the verses as well. And that meant it was time to record the bass. There were some technical issues though, and I'd have to restart the software, which meant stopping and starting the recording again. I thought I would do that, but it was like 2 a.m. at this point, so instead I ended up going to sleep. All right, we're gonna stop and then restart the recording. The very next day, we drove 2.5 hours down to the Jetty in Maryland. It's a really pretty venue right on the water, and we were setting up right at sunset. Compared to the previous day, we had so much time, so I simply had to enjoy a pre-show beer before we all recorded a promo for our upcoming gig at Secrets in Wildwood in a couple weeks. The weather really must be getting warmer because this one was so fun. I almost forgot how much fun it is to be on stage in front of a bunch of people who are all there to party. We were dancing, vibing, and sweating for 4 hours straight until we bid each other adieu and had to drive home. All told, a great weekend, and I even managed to get to bed before 5 a.m.
What's happening?
I'm definitely going to include this audio. Sunday was the big day. I did a live stream where I was focusing on re-recording the lead and background vocals with a much higher fidelity microphone. Spend so long waiting, it can take up all your time. You whisper peace. Oh God, another summertime, another year. All right, that was solid. Oh, I got a comment. Who is that? Gotta credit the puppy as a collaborator. I don't think so. Take 2. Okay, solid. One more sip and then we go. Sorry if that sounded disgusting. I'm stimming. Alright, here we go. Feel less than half of what I was. I inhaled spit. What happened here? Okay, that felt pretty good except for when I died in the middle. I'm glad you're still watching, by the way. I appreciate the feedback. I'm probably gonna layer a couple of these. I really like just massively wide, loud, not loud, but like huge, multifaceted sounds, vocals included. I used the same trick I did to the guitar earlier, hard panning 2 versions of the vocals split between the 3 takes I had done to create a really wide sound while still having room to comp between the best of those 3 takes. After a while spent comping, I decided I wanted to try a few more takes to clean up some spots. I ended up doing 2 more takes, but after some investigation, they just weren't as good performances as the first 3, and really specifically takes 2 and 3. Okay, the comping I don't have to do now, but I do need to record more vocals if the comping it doesn't work. Like if I don't have a good coverage of a spot. And I'm only through the first verse. Okay, I'm going to call it. I'm going to take a break. I'll see you guys later. Got some more work to do. Adieu. We're back. We're back. We're so back. We're going to sing some like counter melody. Oh no, God. Oh no, God. Oh no, God. Harry Potter. Oh no, oh God. A basilisk. Oh no. Oh no, God. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna experiment with something. Do I have like an analog saturator? Oh no, God. You can't curse online because you want a future. Bestie, there's not gonna be a future. Come on. Oh no, God. Okay, that's the last time I'm playing that section. Thanks for bearing with me. Okay, now I need to record a whole last chorus after this part. Some more pain behind my eyes. Oh, God. Another summer. Coachella. Eventually. You don't have friends? Cringe. People are going to think I'm not the positive source of positivity that I am. Flinchella. Patchella. Patella tendon? Shout out patella tendons. Y'all really hold the knee together. That's not what the patella tendon does. It's really not. Okay, background vocal low. Step into the sun. Step into the sun. Period queen. What? No. Let me be your favorite artist. Please. No, okay, I had 3 coffees today, so that's... Step into the sun. Step into the sun. Okay, we're getting there. Now we do the high part. Step into the sun. Step into the sun. Come on, that sounds pretty good. That's pretty good. Come on, let's go. Now the thing is, I want to pan this like 30% left. Well, maybe only 20. No, 30. Let's do 30 left, 30 right. You're literally not a fan. You're a friend. You're not my target audience. I'm sorry to tell you. I want people who like my music and hate me as a person. Oh, you wouldn't understand. Step into the sun. Yo, I think this sounds pretty great, honestly. Original. Wait, sorry. What's the last thing you said? You want to be hated? I mean, I want people to have an opinion of me. So I guess sort of. What do you mean start? What do you mean start? Step into the sun. Oh God, another summertime. Oh God, another summertime. I do want an octave. I'm it used to be. I couldn't wait to shine. I saw the sun and said proudly that it's mine. I start to run as soon as we arrive. Breathe, feel the sun. Oh God, another summertime. Hey, what's up, anonymous human? I should not identify, I think. I feel less than half of what I was, and still it's warm. I need to step into the sun. What happened here? What happened to my eyes? So full of fear and something I don't recognize. I might cut out that last part. Do I need to record? Let me listen all the way through just myself and see if there's any other vocals I need to record right now. I think the answer is no. Let's see. Okay. Come on, feel alive. I think something there. Don't let your mind stop asking why. 'Cause baby, there are none. Come on, feel alive and give yourself some love. Don't let your mind tell you that you're done. Come on, feel alive and step into the sun. I'm adjusting by 20 cents. Okay, let's hear these together now. Stop asking why, 'cause baby, there are none. Come on, feel alive and give yourself some love. Don't let your mind tell you that you're done. Come on, feel alive and step into the sun. All right, I think this is sounding pretty good. I hope you guys agree. Okay, I'm gonna listen from the beginning, and if nothing catches my ear, then we'll move on to the bass. I have been recording and mixing, etc. for like 4 hours today. Just recording and mixing, not even including like the setup time and everything. No, actually, because I did some off camera too. So 4 hours just on camera. Oh, this is my day off. Did you see that? All the chat just exploded on stage. Screen, oh my god. By the way, let me know if you think that the lead vocals are still a little too distorted. I could try to record a clean version, but I might agree with you. Okay, so do you think the vocals are a little too distorted in the choruses? I'm a little worried that they are. You mean too much like, too much of that, right? All right, I'll try to record a time through. Little Lupe! Professor Lupin. Oh no, I said it! Oh, demonetized. You might not have been dialed in if you weren't paying attention. It's the difference between the distorted, yeah, exactly. It's the difference between the distortion and not distorted. Can try, but I've sung this song so many times today and had a gig yesterday, so my precision is not quite where I would want it to be to still be recording a lead, but we'll give it a try. Hopefully I won't need to do another recording session to try to hit it clean. Oh God, another summertime. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, how many subs to hear the slurp sounds? I don't know what you're talking about. From the like while I drink water. You know, for 1,000 subscriber special, maybe I make some slurping sounds. Whole half step sharp. Ooh. Yeah, whole half step. Quarter tone out. Yeah, I mean it's like a half to a quarter out for a lot of that. Another summertime. Like maybe if I layer it all, I don't know, man. I really don't want to spend a whole additional day recording this again. I just think it doesn't sound very good with the 3. Yeah, it's not good with all 3, and it's not in tune by itself. It doesn't sound as powerful either. Yeah, the thing is, I do think I agree with you, it's a little too distorted, but I don't think I have the voice left to fix it tonight. Very unfortunately. Let's try one more. One more, I said. One more. Crashing out a little bit. Another summertime, I know, God. That ain't it. I don't think so. I don't think so, but we'll see. I just can't quite get the power on it anymore. I mean, that's like the... So it's not as far off as it was before. The second chorus is actually close, but yeah, I don't think I have the voice left for it. I got a whole day of teaching tomorrow. I think the smart thing is to stop trying and hit it again at another date. What does that leave me with today? It's been another 2+ hours of recording and I still haven't hit the bass or any additional synth parts. And I'm probably also gonna have to do some recording tomorrow. Sucks. Damn it. I thought we were doing so well. The background vocals went so fast. Yeah, I just sound tired. Okay. I am going to call it for the evening. Thank you guys for sticking around. Thanks for your feedback. Sorry I'm crashing out a little bit. I got nothing else to say. Thanks. So it's Monday night as I'm recording this at almost 3 a.m. And for the first time since I started on these projects, I made absolutely zero progress. Literally, I didn't accomplish anything for these projects today. I got home from work and ate food and just shut off my brain for hours and hours. And I needed that time. Like, I was at the point that I needed to do that, but I can't do that. I can't be doing this. I can't let it be one of these things where I have an amazingly productive 2 or 3 weeks and then I run out of steam and I fizzle out and I am roughly back to exactly where I started. I can't do that. I have to make the most of this opportunity. I simply have to. It is too amazing of an opportunity. And I know it's just one music festival. It probably is not gonna like explode into anything, but like, I have to make this my big break. Even if it's not like a big break, this has to be the start of something. It's so important for my internal mythos that this is the thing that started me doing all this stuff. And that's probably not healthy. But since one is trying to be an original artist, been a healthy choice. And that's not healthy either. I'm too evolved to be having these problems. If somebody else were telling me these things, I'd be like, oh man, sounds like you should like relax, like you'll be okay. I don't want to be okay. I want to be amazing. Okay. It's too much. I've lost track of what I'm trying to do here. Anyway, the point is, I have not recorded for this video. I have not done any recording today. I have so much editing to do. It's probably one of the reasons I haven't like done what I need to be doing. And I still, is it toxic to think I might be able to get a video out there on Wednesday like I planned? Like, and to who? The last one got 41 views. And I know this stuff starts with not getting a lot of traction and that turns into something, but oh my god, they say it's demoralizing. It really can be. And the thing is, I'm not demoralized even. I'm just frustrated and I'm annoyed that I'm behind the 8 ball and I gotta jump right back in again tomorrow because I got a live shoot with Deer King. I am underprepared for that as well, so I gotta wake up earlier than I want to prepare for that and do practicing, and that's not even for this project. There's too many things, man. It's too many things. Anyway, I gotta go to bed, and this video is already... This is too long. I have to edit this now. Oh my god. On Tuesday, I had a live shoot with Deer King because Deer King is releasing a few new songs, so we wanted to get some live footage of that outdoors. And the cool thing is, Andy, our drummer, the same guy who's going to record the drums for me, has a venue on his property in South Jersey. And it is really cool, but we had to get everything set up before the videographer arrived so that we could be playing at golden hour. Look who finally decided to show. Chris, how does it feel to have the hantavirus?
Gotta tell you, it feels pretty good, man. Don't call me patient zero, call me patient 1.
Hey! Chris, what's going on? Explain.
This is when you gotta slave away to the man until 6 and then pursue your dream at 6:01.
Do my guitar real quick.
Secret.
With all that said and done, we ended up running all 4 songs and actually ran an additional cover, which maybe we release, maybe we don't, I don't know. But point is, it all went super well, but obviously I didn't get any footage of us actually playing the songs, so here's some footage of us doing the final checks right before we started recording, and this is what happened after we recorded.
Pretty good.
Yeah, fries. Go.
And with Mr. Chocolate Milkshake.
Oh, fuck yeah. Just on milkshake. They're open until 10, so you got
Can we
time.
do a
Almost done. We're just making Steph do it. Steph does all this cleanup. How'd it go?
Very good. Very good. We had good sun. We had good people. We had good music. God is good.
After we finished, we went inside to eat some pizza, hang out, and watch the footage of the shoot that we just did. Oh, I don't know when this stuff will come out, but hopefully it's available for you. Wednesday through Saturday, I basically went to work and came home to work on Summertime and edit this video, and it took longer than I expected. Yet again.
How do you say hi?
Hey.
On Saturday, I had a gig with Jexa down in, you guessed it, Maryland. This one was just over 2 hours away, which in the grand scheme of things is actually not crazy far for us. Still though, I spent most of that drive editing this very video while Edu drove. Sorry, Edu. And it was long enough that we were both sleepy when we got there, so while I started setting up, he went on a coffee run.
Thank you, Edu.
For some reason, they already had the stage lights on while we were setting up, so all of my setting up footage looks amazing.
It looks like we're already in the show because of the lighting.
It's me editing again. Here's a real heartbreaker.
Edu, say B-roll. Say B-roll.
This gig was also really fun. As the night went on, more people showed up, and while I'm a professional and I perform my best no matter what, there is an undeniable energy that comes from having an actual crowd that's into your music. Because the vibe was so great, in between sets we had to step outside to get some fresh air.
Edu, tell us that fact again.
I won the Best Math Student Award in elementary school.
Facts. All right, do a math trick.
All said, gigs like these just make me really excited for the summer, and honestly, I'm just so blessed that this is literally my job. The very next day, I went to the New Brunswick Porch Fest with my girlfriend, and I also spent some time talking with Alexandra about my website. I asked her, by the way, and she wants me to sing her praises, so let me just tell you, if you are looking for somebody to make a website for you, you should reach out to this person. I'm going to put her contact information, well, okay, I'll put her Instagram on the screen right now. She's seriously been so awesome, like crazy awesome. I do not know how any of these things work, and she's been helping me so much. So, yeah, give her money, and she will give you a website. After that, I worked into the wee hours of the night, somewhat editing this video, but mostly comping the vocals for Summertime. And my phone died during this time lapse, but rest assured, the work session continued long after this. You can see the moments where I contemplate giving in and ending it all. Hello, YouTube. Monday night was very, very exciting because Andy finally sent me the first version of the drums he's been working on, and I did a live stream, live reacting to them, and I cannot express the difference that it makes having legitimate good drums on a song, and also how exciting it is to finally get to hear legitimately good drums on a song. Again, if you want drums on your song, reach out to this man. He is freaking awesome. Turn up the guitar, and we're gonna hear what we got. It has taken so much self-control to not just do this the second he sent them. Okay. Ooh, some hats, yeah. Why, bro? Why would I learn drums when I can just get a friend? Just get Andy. By the way, shout out Andy for doing this. Holy beep. I mean, I shouldn't swear. Holy crap! That's so much better than anything I would have been able to come up with. I was planning on comping out all of the drums that he sent me in that live stream, but I hadn't installed the air conditioner yet in that room, and it was like 95 degrees in there, so I simply could not spend that long. But it was pretty cool. I had all the Deer King guys in the chat hanging out, talking to me about the song, so that was pretty cool. Speaking of Deer King, the next day was Tuesday, and that meant after work, it was Deer King rehearsal time. I didn't get a lot of B-roll of this one, so here's just a video of me and Chris being goofy. After getting home at like 12:30 a.m., it was time to do some video editing. But wait, actually, I had to send notes to Andy so he could work on the drums again. So here's a time lapse of me doing just that. Again, very late into the morning. I swear to God, all of these things I have to do are killing me. I'm so excited about all of them, but they are killing me. And then the next day, Wednesday, the Jexa band got together for some much-needed rehearsal for our Taylor Swift tribute act, which, yes, we do that. And it's very cool. Obviously, this is yet another thing I had to do, but honestly, I enjoy rehearsals. I would really like to cover this in more detail, but frankly, I am about to die as I'm editing this. I am still working on it, and you know what? You're just getting a voiceover, and you're gonna like it. Thursday after work, I spent basically the whole time editing video. And here I am, literally just minutes ago, editing the very video you are now watching. I'm basically done. I still have to edit the outro though. Anyway, speaking of outros, so as it is 3:14 a.m. on Thursday night, over a week after I wanted to release this video, I am at a crossroads where I simply have to finish doing this because I have another gig tomorrow. I have 3 gigs this weekend. I simply have to release this video before all the things I'm talking about in the beginning become completely irrelevant. At any rate, this is the end of the video. I'm not really on pace to do all the things I wanted, despite the fact that I'm really putting in all of the work that I anticipated that I would be putting in. So it's really just going to be a matter of knuckling down. I'm doing everything I can. I think maybe my goals were a little big, but I'm kind of locked in. I got to do a lot, basically most of this stuff, and I'm very excited. Everything is still very exciting. My life is going fantastic. There's just so much going on, and I'm very stressed if you can't tell. Anyway, go do something cool, stay creative, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video, hopefully sooner rather than later. Why was I leaning in that much? Jesus Christ.
It needs my brain, but every time I try to fix it, I'm alarmed at my resistance, and I start up that familiar refrain. It's hopeless.